as I mentioned before, that we will first discuss about the UI. So UI team, you can come up, anyone, and we will discuss and try to see from everybody who wants to come forward first. Want me to call out the name? UI team. Anyone wants to brief? What was your discussion? How you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Madhumita, go ahead.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, we can.
I am audible.
Yes, we can
Okay.
see your screen also.
Okay. Okay. So in web development generally involves creating and building a website or basically web application or web-based application. Uh, in web development, there are two parts. One is front end that is focusing on UI, and back end part that is handling server side functionality as well as database part. In front end development, it's a part of website where user interact directly with uh, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. It's a part of website where user can interact directly with the front end. We can call it as a client side application. There are lots of front end framework and library are there. For front end, we have to first learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In CSS, there are lots of framework like Bootstrap, Tailwind CSS, Semantic UI, and pure CSS are there. In case of CSS based on JavaScript library, that is style component, and CSS preprocessor, that is SAS, as well as is it's a typing mister, SCSS. SCSS, that is. In case of JavaScript library, ReactJS and jQuery is one of these. With the help of these, we can create a front end part. But in that case, we can only create UI part. We can't create the MVC, that is model, view, and control model. And in case of JavaScript framework, there are lots of framework like AngularJS, Vue.js are there. JavaScript generally use Webpack as a bundler, as well as Parcel. In case of package manager, we can use npm or yarn. In this
You have to go back to the previous screen. Yeah. So, do you want to elaborate more what is difference between JS library and JS framework?
Yes, yes. As I told earlier, in case of JS library, it's basically used to create UI part of any web page. In case of a framework, where we can and create entire MVC framework.
So, even Angular JS also is creating your UI part only.
Yes, 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 yes,
So,
yes.
what is the difference then?
It's a actually, in case of library, it's focused on specific functionality, and in case of the framework, it's generally provide it entire I mean it helped to require development entire application.
So you're nearer. Okay, so let me give you a little more
Okay.
lights to it. See, a framework is something where it comes up with inbuilt guidelines, inbuilt features, inbuilt libraries, and a set of rules. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
when you want to develop an application, it will
yes,
provide you a starter kit. So it
yes,
will
yes.
have its own structure and the rules and all different guidelines, whatever is there, that is must to be followed.
Okay.
So why it is so? It basically ensures that programmer uses the
Yes.
main architecture, design principles, and guidelines. Okay,
Okay.
so if any new developer is there, if he
Okay.
goes with a normal JavaScript or even in that manner, if you say that React.js, okay, if
Yes,
he
yes.
is not good at design patterns or
Okay.
architecture design, he might be lost somewhere by using so many different JS libraries here and there. That might
Yes,
create
yes.
a lot of performance problems and loss of code complexity.
Okay.
But if you are using the framework, then the
Okay.
framework will basically ensure that you are not using certain thing which is outside their guideline. It will
Okay.
enforce you to use the guideline.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the difference between the framework and the libraries. Libraries are independent. So like in React.js, you can use any number of libraries and for any
Yes.
features. So
Yes. Yes.
freedom wise, in React.js you have more freedom.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
when you use a particular framework, then your freedom will be lost up to
Okay.
certain level.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the difference.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. So, in case of React.js, it's a basically open source JavaScript library developed and maintained by Facebook, and it is used to build a UI in user interface, especially if, for single page application, where when a user interact with application without reload without reloading the entire page. So, in case of React, it has features like it use component based architecture or that generally we can, with the help of react component based architecture, we can reuse component encapsulate their logic and styling and promoting code maintenance and reusability, as well as it follows declarative syntax that allow user to describe the exact desired UI state, as well as React use virtual DOM. It's a lightweight for exact for memory sorry it's a lightweight memory of a DOM, that is a document object model, and it is used to improve the performance and to enhance the user experience. And in React.js is follow JSX, that is HTML like code, but it is basically JavaScript code. It's with the help of Bubble transpiler we can generally convert those JS code into HTML and to view in our web pages. And we can yes, it's follow unidirectional data flow. Also, in React.js, only from parent component we can data flow parent in from parent component we can and send the data to their child, and it has a follow those state and props method as well as life cycle methods. And React hooks is a part of functional component in React, introduced in version 16. Before that, it also use class component where life cycle methods are there, and it also supports server side rendering, that is used to increase or improve the performance and SOE optimization as well as user experience. In case of advantages, ReactJS basically improve the entire user experience because of virtual DOM. It also enhance the performance of our web application, and also it has strong, large community support, and it is also very scalable. In case of disadvantage, because of it only support view part, that is we can only build UI I using ReactJS, as well as uh, it has poor documentation. I mean, the documentation is not up to date. In case of ReactJS, first we have to install Node.js in our local system from this official website called nodejs.org. And then we have to install in our local system. So these are the steps. Also, for code editor, we can use Visual Studio Code also. To create a React app, we have to use build tool or development environment for this web application called create React apps or White. Here I have mentioned the steps, or that how to set up the React project using create React app. We can use using npm, also we can use using yarn. So these are the file and folder structure for React app. So first, when we create a React app, then in source file, it's a main folder for our application, and where we have to create a subfolder called, we can create components. Within this, we have to create a component. We have to create a folder for each component, and in this app.js application, and the index.js is entry point of rendering the main app. So in case of node module, it contains all the dependencies that install via npm. So in case of ReactJS library, to create CSS or to build some features like form validation, form handling, routing, toast message alert, or state management library. There are lots of library we can use in our web pages. Like for CSS, we can use styled component, tailwind CSS, bootstrap, also chakra UI, material UI. For toast message, we can use React Toastify, as well as we can use Sweet Alert also. For routing, we can use React Router DOM, and for validation, like regex or formic. Formic.
Madhuda, you want to pause for a second?
Yes, yes.
So, guys, feel free to ask any question or make it a kind of a conversation. And Madhuvita, whenever you just shift a topic from one to another, just pause for some time and
Okay.
allow people to ask if they have any doubts. Guys, anything you want to ask? Irrespective whether somebody will ask or not, you can pause for a few seconds, and then you can move on.
Okay.
Fine.
So for form validation and handling, we can use Formic library, as well as Yoop library. Also, we can use for validation, form validation. Regex also used to validate email or phone number. Uh, so Um, in case of state management library, in functional component, generally we can use ustate for local state management. In case of global state management, we have to use library called Redux, Recoil, also Context API. Another popular ReactJS library called UUID, generally used to universal unique identifier. This library is used to generating UUID for our web application, and with the help of drag and drop functionality, we can easily move our component card from and we can create a to-do list kind of component, look like a Trello app. So these are the features, or these are the library we can use in our web pages to build a UI. So I want to conclude that React popularity in development community, it has lots of benefit, like it we can reuse the entire code component, but we have to choose the framework, UI framework or library based on specific need of our project. So thank you.
Yeah, very good presentation. Guys, any question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can I ask what about the routing?
Yes. Ask what you want to know about routing.
Routing in the React.js. What do you mean by routing?
Madhumita, you want to answer?
Yes, yes. So basically, it's the process where we can, when we navigating. Mm, I mean, when we can I share my screen and show?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay. So when we click on this about page,
I
it
think your screen is not visible yet.
okay, okay. So routing, basically it's a process where we can navigate it, different pages without triggering the full page load. When we click on this about the university, it will render like this about this URL. When we click out this, when we click on this website campus, it will open this page. So these are basically routing where we can navigate between different pages.
Anybody else wants to add anything to this? Okay. So let me add a little more, right? So see, what is the meaning of route, right? It is a path, basically, right? So when you want to go to certain location, we say that what is the route of that, right? It is a path. So it is right what she has explained. If you try to understand using these tabs itself or links, right?
Yes,
When
this.
you click on that particular link, right? It needs to find out the path where it needs to go, right? So in the coding format in React.js, okay, when the action flows through your code, it needs to, for every action, it needs to find out the path or route where it needs to go when you are clicking. So when you click, Okay, so if you are mentioning that for that particular click event, it needs to go to this particular path, that path will be mapped to certain page or component. So you have seen that in React.js, everything is a page or component. In fact, every component is again a page. Okay, so that component will be mapped with certain path. And when you click or you call that component or path, then that whatever code or the page is designed under that component, that will be displayed. So if you have any sample code, you can open also, and you can go to that any route mapping, and you can show Madhumita
Okay,
if you
okay,
have.
okay, okay.
Go to app.js.
Yes,
So basically in app.js, you define the routes.
yes, yes.
Okay. So if you see for every, we have here many routes are defined, and for every route, it is mapping to a path, and every path maps to a component. And every component will be defined, and it is equivalent to one page, basically. Is that clear? Whoever
Yes,
asked
sir.
question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
So when we click on this course page, it will display like this. When we click on this dashboard, it will show. Because in this code, I have mentioned this path.
Okay. Uh, if no more question, then we'll go with the next person. So yeah, once again, Madhumita, this is a good presentation, and as a part of the next exercise, what I am going to do is I will assign one component or one GitHub repository, in fact. Okay,
Okay,
so that will be a initial code source which you will need to explore.
okay, okay,
So your activity will be check out the code and
okay, okay,
run it and explore it, and then demonstrate what is your understanding in that.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
All right, Ajay, you want to go for? At this moment, in fact, don't remember who belongs to which group or skill set, but I will call. If you don't belong to UI, then you can mention your Ajay.
Sir, no, sir, I am belong to DevOps, sir.
Okay, Akshada,
QA, sir.
Amir, Or why don't you guys in the list what you see in your available contributors, right? From the top to bottom, can you go? Who is there? UI person? Madhumita, who else was there in your group? UI?
Uh, just Yukti Joshi, but I think
Yes, he just left.
she left. Yes, yes, yes.
Who else was there out among this list? It's fine. If no one was there, then that's fine. Then we'll move on with the DevOps. Give me a second.